With video now ever present in the recruitment space, it's important we acknowledge and try and tackle the fears surrounding being on camera. You're almost certain to experience a video interview at some point in the recruitment process, and video is being increasingly used for the purposes of outreach and candidate presentation by recruiters themselves. With that in mind, and to keep you ahead of the curve, you'll want to get over any nerves with being on video as soon as possible. It can be daunting and no one's an expert straight away, but it really is much simpler than you think, and as always, practice makes perfect. My name's Finn and I'm a Customer Success Manager here at Hinterview. Time and time again, we find that despite the clear benefits of building video into your process, nerves or a fear of getting on camera can be a barrier to entry. It's an objection we've helped hundreds of recruiters overcome, subsequently allowing them to successfully utilize video to increase billings, get promotions, and build businesses. As someone who's recently joined the Hinterview team, it's something I've had to learn to overcome myself in the last few weeks. The most important take home here is to acknowledge that you are your own greatest critic and that videos do not have to be perfect. The beauty of video is that it's human. People buy from people, people connect to people, so don't be robotic and don't be obsessed with perfection. There's nothing human about being perfect. Allow yourself to be genuine as if you're having a conversation face to face, and don't obsess over every little detail. 1 or 2 takes can make a huge difference, especially when you're starting off, but if you find you're on take 15, you've probably taken it a little too far. Think of your intros as a video voicemail. Would you constantly re-record if you ummed or ahed a little bit in those? No, you wouldn't. Likewise, with your video content, don't stress too much over the small things. As a disclaimer, you will hate the sound of your own voice. Almost every person thinks their voice sounds weird when it's played back to them. This is just something that you'll have to overcome. If you want reassurance, ask a friend or a colleague to listen, and I guarantee they'll put your mind at ease. Equally, what you look like, whether you've had your hair done, shaved, got a full face of makeup or no makeup, no one cares. The content is the most important thing about your video. They're listening to what you're saying and not judging you based on your appearance. If they are, you probably don't want to be working with them anyway. Of course, if you're wearing a comedy hat or shirtless, drinking a pint, that might have some impact, but just be sensible. Whether your background looks like an office or not is also another common objection that we get, particularly during COVID. But as we all know, remote working has been fully normalized over the last 18 months, and as long as your background is tidy and not distracting, I wouldn't worry about it. Once you've implemented this advice yourself, we highly recommend you pass these reassurances on to your candidates, as many of them will have the exact same reservations. Remind them that perfection isn't natural and that striving for it can make you look anxious, stiff, and unapproachable, all at the detriment to the performance of an interview. It should be an opportunity to show their personality and true self and complement the CV beautifully. This should really give the employer an idea of how well they'll really fit into a team. Video is here to stay, and our tools are proven to increase candidate attraction, win new business, build more meaningful relationships, and reduce time to hire by up to 70%.